Hello and welcome to Texans Talk Money. I'm Kyla, your host and a Peer Financial Coach at Texan Smart. Every episode, we will be joined by another Peer Financial Coach from my office, where we will be navigating all the roads on how to handle your money as a college student. So sit back and get your wallets ready to be Texan Smart. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Texans Talk Money. I am Kyla, your host and resident PFC, and today we are here talking with Seth, one of our other PFCs. Welcome, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, Kyla, thanks for having me. So I'm a senior here at Tarleton. I've been here since before COVID. I think I'm one of the last few students that go to Tarleton right now that can actually say that, so I don't know, it's kind of a little bit of street cred there. But I'm a business management major, which originally was in criminal justice and decided that, it wasn't for me, that I'd rather pursue a career in business. And I've learned a lot more about my finances and things like that through that major. But I really enjoy, as being a PFC, I enjoy getting to talk to students, see their own struggles and how they relate to mine. As a senior here at college, I've had plenty of financial situations that definitely had me stressed out and, kind of worried, would I even be coming back the next semester, or would I be able to stay in the place I'm living in? And learning good financial literacy and the ability to manage my money has definitely changed the college experience for me and made it a lot less stressful. So that's just a little bit about me. I definitely still have a lot of financial, literacy that I need to work on and kind of learn.
I feel that too. I'm learning as everybody else is learning, doing the research. So let's get into this episode. So today we are just going to be introducing the podcast, talking about what we're here to do, about what our office does, and all the fun stuff like that. So yeah, let's get started.
Yeah, so what is Texans Talk Money? I've heard y'all talk about it in the office. I've been pretty curious, just out of the blue, kind of got hit with Texans Talk Money. I'm excited.
So this is a podcast talking all about what you can do with money as a college student. I think almost everybody in college knows money is a scarce resource, and we want to know what to do with it, how to manage it with the little amount some of us might have, or depending on how much you have. So that's what we're going to be talking about here. I think one of the few episodes that we have coming up is creating a budget. Student loans, credit, savings, just growing your knowledge and your wallet with it. So that's what we're here to learn about.
Awesome. Yeah. I'll definitely be tuning in to each one of these episodes, not just because I work here, but
okay, yeah.
Because I definitely, have skills and things that I need to hone in on and work on.
So yeah, let's talk about a little bit about our office. So we work for Texan Smart, and you might hear us drop this little acronym PFCs. It's just our work title. We are Peer Financial Coaches at Texan Smart. This is a financial education center at Tarleton State University on the Stephenville campus, and this is where we work and where we thrive in our financial literacy lives.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people get our office confused with the financial aid office. But the main difference is we don't really give out any free money, which if we did, I'd be all over that. So I don't know if students would even be able to get it, man. I'd have college paid for.
I think our office would be overwhelmed if we gave away free money.
I know. I'm kind of glad we don't. But no, we definitely just try to help students manage their own finances, budgeting, student loans, much like what Kyla said. Pretty much anything in the world of financial stress, we are here to talk you through and help manage.
Yeah, if you look at our website, this is probably my favorite line from it. We're here to give a positive look at financial practices and money management knowledge, which is just kind of encompasses everything we just said. Yeah. So what do we do as PFCs, Seth?
So we do a little bit of everything in the sense of financial education. One thing we do that I think is a huge advantage to being a student here at Tarleton is providing one-on-one personal coachings. So when you are very stressed with your finances, when you're trying to create a budget, you just keep getting stumped. If you are very confused about, when you should start paying your loans, how much you should start being, putting into them, we are basically there to help you and coach you through the process. Another big thing we do as PFCs is outreach events where you can stop by very briefly and we'll have pointers on how to budget, how to manage loans that keep you from having to schedule an appointment or stop in so you can briefly grab a pamphlet and keep going to class. Plus, we give out freebies to all of those. So if you want free stuff that has our logo on it, stop by. We'd be happy to give it to you.
We occasionally give out food too, so free food helps with that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're actually running an event this week where we'll be giving out free coffee and donuts in the business building before class. So if you're like me and you wake up and it's way too late to go get breakfast, we got you covered.
Yeah, so I think you said this earlier, but another thing we do is we run events or like big campaigns, really. So one of the big campaigns we have coming up this year is in April, we will be doing a financial literacy week, which is just kind of everything we'll be doing in this podcast. It crushed down into a week, I guess you could say, where we talk about why your financial literacy is important, why you just need to have it to probably function as a working adult. Yeah. And another thing we have done in the past is we had an event last fall where we talked all about student loans for about a month, just all the different stages of it, coming into college, being a current college student, and what to do when you're graduating, if you're going to graduate school, if you're going out to work, just learning all the ropes with student loans.
We also try to keep, events a little fun and spontaneous. A big thing here at Tarleton State are ducks. During a homecoming, there's the launching of the ducks where people just go crazy. A lot of students that I know love to collect ducks. Well, in February of last year, we did a campaign called For the Love of Ducks, where we had financial tips attached to different rubber ducks that we had scattered on campus, and it was basically a scavenger hunt, first come, first serve. We posted all the information on our social media, and it was a really fun event that people got super excited about. And for the lucky few that got ducks, they have one of a kind on campus. Yeah. So if you're a collector, just keep your, keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, keep your eyes peeled for this upcoming February, because we will be doing this event again because everybody loved it last year. And we'll be giving away like little Valentine ducks with little hearts and little fun things on them. So keep an eye out for that.
Absolutely.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Why are we able to help answer your questions? We're students. We're learning as you go. Why are we specifically able to help answer the questions that you have about finances and things of that sort?
So a major process of becoming a peer financial coach is the training. We go through a lot of detail over managing our own finances. So not only are we learning how to do these things, we're putting them into practice for ourselves. I can tell you straight up, just from when I became a peer financial coach and when I wasn't, my ability to manage money has skyrocketed. I'm no longer stressed all the time about whether or not I'll have enough money to go to a concert with friends, as I've budgeted, planned it out, and I'm aware of what I have going on. And I'm also not as stressed about my student loans after college. Yes. That was one thing that scared me. I know a lot of people that, maybe they come from a very financially well-off family, or they got just the right scholarships to where they don't have to worry about, managing debt when they get out of college. However, I was definitely not one of those students, and I have a lot of loans to pay off when I get out of here. And it went from being something that kept me up at night to something that I'm not even worried about in the slightest, solely because I've learned it through the process of becoming a PFC. So I think that's, while it could be alarming to have, a student just like everybody else trying to tell you what to do with your money, it's not really that sense, as we have been doing this to ourselves and preparing and making sure that when you do come see us, we know how to handle the situation. And each one of us has spent a very good amount of time doing so.
Yes, we learn as you learn, but we go into more depth. We try to get all the perspectives of what you could be going through and the situations that you're in, so that we can help as many people as possible. I know that my financial stress and anxiety has definitely decreased since I have worked here. I used to be absolutely terrified of student loans, but now I could say it's my specialty in the office. That's what I am. That's my specialty. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and another awesome thing about the PFCs we have in the office is we all come from financially diverse backgrounds. So we truly can help you. Even if the situation or issue doesn't pertain to one of us, it will pertain to another one. We have never had a situation where we couldn't figure it out and try to help you as a student.
Yeah, you might be coming in to talk to one coach, but you end up talking to everybody in the office, hearing everybody's advice, so you can take the best well-rounded advice that you can get for yourself.
Absolutely. We've actually got 6 financial coaches right now, with 2 more on the way. So that, amount of information and knowledge is only going to increase. So never be afraid to stop by and get an appointment. You can either schedule one through EAB or really just stop by our office. We'll never turn you away. We'll be happy to help.
Yeah, I think in the description of this episode there should be a link to our website where you can just read more about us if we haven't talked about it enough, or you want to learn more about us, or call our office or email our office or see us in person if you're at the Tarleton State University campus. We would love to see you. We would love to hear you. We want to know all about you and what we can help you with. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that about covers everything that our office is. Can you think of anything else that we may have missed?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but honestly, that's pretty much everything. It's not too complex of an office. It's pretty easy to find. It's the bottom floor of the Student Center, right across from the Office of Diversity. I believe room 12, to be exact. So if you're out at D Hall and you're fixing to go into the Student Center and you just got a couple of questions, don't be afraid to stop by.
Yeah, well, thank you, Seth, for coming on today's very first episode. And again, thank you, listeners, for tuning in today. And we'll talk to you in the next episode. And don't forget, be well, be ready, be Texan Smart.